In this video, we're going to explore the bizarre and disturbing act known as phrogging. For those who don't know, phrogging is the act of sneaking into someone's home and living there without their knowledge or permission. We'll dive into the origins of this creepy phenomenon, explore some of the most shocking cases, and discuss how to protect yourself from becoming a victim. So buckle up and get ready for a terrifying ride. The first time the term entered public knowledge was in 2014. A short independent film called Phrogging seems to have begun the interest in the subject. The story of the film follows four friends who embark on a phrogging experiment over the college break. However, the film I See You is far more popular and helps spread the term across the internet.
It's to give you all a look at how a professional frog goes about phrogging. They call us frogs with a PH because we hop from pad to pad undetected by the people who actually live in the house.
Although the term didn't exist until the late 2000s, we can still find examples of people secretly living in homes. The first example I could find of phrogging came from a chilling encounter in 1986. A mentally ill 16-year-old by the name of Daniel LaPlante had become fixated on Annie Andrew. Daniel had learned that she had recently lost her mother and decided he would torment the 15-year-old girl in a bone-chilling way. He broke into Annie's home and started secretly living inside of it. He pulled off this feat by gaining access to the crawl space under the stairs and staying inside the wall cavity of the home. While he was secretly living in the home, he would try and make experiences as terrifying as possible for Annie and her sister. He would make odd noises, move furniture, flicker the lights, and even change the channel on the TV. Daniel did this to try to convince them that their dead mother was haunting them. Annie's father was gone most of the time because he had to work to keep the household afloat. Daniel would purposely target the girls when their father was gone. The situation at last came to a boil when Annie's father was called home by his girls in a panic. Upon investigating Annie's room, he discovered a man wearing a wig, dressed in his wife's clothing, holding a hatchet. Annie's father fled the home with his girls and called the police. At first, it appeared Daniel had escaped, but the police searched the home and discovered him in the crawl space under the stairs. Inside the wall was clothes and food that Daniel had been stealing from the home. It was determined that he had most likely been living in the house for at least 2 months. Here is a rough sketch provided by the arresting police officer of the space Daniel was using as his hiding spot inside the home. According to the officers, they also found small peepholes in the space he was using to keep track of the family's movements. Unfortunately, getting arrested didn't stop Daniel from preying on people. While he was on bail, he murdered a family in their home and is now serving a life sentence. Clearly, this shows us that people that take part in phrogging can be seriously deranged and downright evil. Another example of this happened in Japan around 2008. A homeless woman managed to live unnoticed inside of a house closet for over a year. The homeowner became suspicious that something strange was happening. Food began to go missing, and the man suspected that someone was breaking into his home and stealing food from him. The homeowner decided to install security cameras inside the house to once and for all get to the bottom of it. To their surprise, their mobile phone sent an alert of someone moving inside of the home while he was at work. He called the police and had them investigate the property. However, when they arrived at the residence, the door was locked and no noticeable method of entry could be discovered. The police searched the home and found a 58-year-old woman hiding in the closet. The woman told the police she had no place to live and sneaked into the property about a year ago when she discovered it was unlocked. This story is a good reminder on why you should always keep your doors locked when you leave. The last story I have for you is quite disturbing. In 2010, a man suspected that something strange was going on in his apartment. Food was going missing and he couldn't explain it. After finally having enough, he set up a security camera in his kitchen and caught this footage. After reviewing the film, he called the cops and had the woman removed from his crawl space. But this is by far one of the most terrifying videos I have seen on the internet. After hearing these 3 encounters, we can pick up some key points on how to protect ourselves from phrogging. The first and most obvious tip is to lock your doors. All of these events happened because the home was unsecured. Even if you're only leaving for a couple of minutes, it's just a good idea to keep your doors locked to avoid theft and other crimes. Next, don't allow strangers in your house. Someone who wants to live in your home is also going to want an opportunity to learn more about your home. If you answer your door to a stranger, have the conversation outside, or you can just answer the door with a security doorbell-like ring. Be careful what you post on social media. Don't post that you're going on vacation or what your work schedule is on social media. I see this happen a lot, and oftentimes it can result in your place being robbed while you're gone. This one is really just good security advice in general. Lastly, if this is something that really concerns you, you could get a security system or a pet. A security system is an obvious deterrent to anyone who wants illegal access to your home. A pet dog can also work in much the same way. Keep in mind that this crime is often a crime of opportunity. If it looks like the home is going to be difficult to break into, they will most likely try a different place. Although phrogging does happen, it appears to be a rare activity. Most often it is done by people who are desperate and have run out of options. Typically the targets are people who are not at home often or who work long hours. If you follow these basic security tips, it should help you avoid being a target of this activity. As always, thank you for watching and consider liking and subscribing for more videos like this one. Until next time, my friends, take care.